All right, two games in the books for Wild Card Weekend. Sunday was supposed to feature a triple header for the football fans out there, but it's now a double header with the Steelers and Bills game being moved to Monday. So we got to talk about the best bets for football fans in these two games. So let's break it down with the games on Sunday with sports betting content creator Shantelle Shand, who joins me now. Shantelle, ready to talk some more football?
Of course, you know it, Dex.
I know it for sure. All right, first up for the Sunday matchups, we have a classic NFC matchup. The Packers, they visit the Cowboys. Dallas, 7-point favorites here, but the odds makers, they're expecting points in this one with the over-under currently at 50.5. How are you betting this NFC showdown?
Well, they're expecting points in this one because I think both quarterbacks are going to ball out in this one. Dak Prescott having an MVP-like year. He threw the most touchdowns this season, and not too far behind him, Jordan Love has been tearing it up. In his last 8 games, 18 touchdowns, only 1 interception. And I think one of the biggest stats in this one is Dallas has yet to lose at home. I think it's going to be a battle between the O-line of the Packers and the pass rush of Dallas, because we know that the pass rush of Dallas has won them games. And this Packers O-line, very good. I believe they're like top 5 in the league. But the one thing about the Packers defense, their secondary is not that great. So I think Dak Prescott is going to ball out in this one. I think he's going to have a massive game. I think Jordan Love will have some big moments, but I'm actually going to rely on the experience in this one, Dex. When you take a look at the line, I am going to lay the points with the Dallas Cowboys in this one.
All right, rocking with the boys there to cover a 7-point line. We will see how that plays out. Now, the nightcap on Sunday that features the Lions. They're looking for their first playoff win since 1992 as they host the Rams. Matt Stafford making his return to Detroit in this playoff game. Now, the home team, the Lions, they're favored by 3 points in this matchup with an over-under. More points expected here, 51.5. Are the Lions a good bet to experience a playoff victory on Sunday night, or are you rocking with the Rams here?
Well, this is Matthew Stafford's return to Detroit City and the Lions' first playoff game since 1993. So I think all the pressure actually lies with the Lions in this one to get it done at home, because the biggest question is, can the O-line of the Lions contain a guy like Aaron Donald? Now, I know the Lions also have a guy like Aiden Hutchinson, plays on both sides. He's absolutely nasty, but I don't think anyone on that O-line is going to be able to contain a guy like Aaron Donald. And also the Detroit secondary looking a little bit suspect because they give up almost 400 yards to a guy like Mullins. So I think Matthew Stafford, he's comfortable playing in Detroit, and I think he's going to have himself a big day. So in this game, I actually like the Rams to cover.
Wow, nice, rocking with the Rams to cover here. Detroit fans not happy about that if you're trying to bet for Detroit to cover, but you can still see Detroit possibly winning this game. We will see how this all plays out. Got to ask you this, with a couple of games that we've got on Sunday for the Wild Card Weekend, what are some props or a prop that you like for this Wild Card Weekend matchup?
Well, I actually like Matthew Stafford. His passing yards is set to 275.5. I like the over in this one because I talked about how that Detroit secondary has been looking a little bit sus, and they recently gave up, I believe, under 380 yards to a guy like Dak Prescott. I know he's been balling out, but they gave up almost 400 yards to Nick Mullins. That's way too much. So I think Matthew Stafford is going to ball out in this one. And also keep in mind that the Rams O-line is sneaky good. No one's really talking about them. They're definitely underrated. So I like the over for pass yards for Matthew Stafford in this one.
All right, over for pass yards for Matthew. It seems like a good play. Rams offensive line, as you mentioned, has been playing really good, and they can protect him, and he can get some time to throw against that Detroit secondary. We'll see how those matchups go on Sunday. There'll be 2 more games on Monday to conclude Wild Card Weekend. That is Shantelle Shand, the great sports betting content creator. Shantelle, enjoy the Sunday games.
Thanks, Dex. You too.